Here's an interesting article from Mike Belikov on the Daily Dose. It's regarding this facelift on Facebook, which everybody's still talking about. And his article is entitled How Facebook's Facelift Affects Your Business. And he talks about some of the things and how it affects people that's in business, and particularly businesses that have already got pages on Facebook. I mean, with all the hoopla over Mark Zuckerberg's announcement last week that change is coming to Facebook, you'd think the sky was falling in, according to everybody's reactions at least. A slew of new features have caused consumers and brands alike to once again proclaim that Facebook can't leave well enough alone. I mean, while these modifications to its interface have always caused some level of heartburn among users, I've seen a number of posts along those lines, Facebook has continually demonstrated that it knows what it's doing. Its membership, I mean, and those include businesses and brands, has always increased after changes were announced, as have revenues collected from advertisers and others who use the site to market to consumers. So traditionally it appears that Facebook has an increase in membership and increase in revenues when they implement these changes. Still, if you're wondering exactly how the latest revamp affects your business or brand, here's a short list of changes you need to be aware of. Number 1, frictionless sharing. So what does that mean? Facebook's new social activity plugin, available to developers via the Open Graph, may drive even more traffic to your site. That's called frictionless sharing. Once installed on your website and enabled by a Facebook member, anytime a user visits your website, a notification of that visit in the form of a read notification can be sent back to Facebook, where it's shared on the user's profile page and wall, and through the new Facebook newsfeed. You know, that ticker tape thing that's now on the right hand side of your page. Privacy advocates will surely contend this sort of automatic frictionless sharing just seems to go too far. But since the user is always in charge of his or her privacy settings, that shouldn't really be an issue. I see no reason to cry harm or suggest foul play. Number 2, comments on pages. Any Facebook member can now comment on a business or brand page, regardless of whether they like the page or not. This change, which is a significant departure from the like or comment rule that Facebook had employed until now, opens conversation on branded pages to many more users, which can draw more potential customers into the fold or cause a moderation nightmare on account of anyone now being able to comment on your page whenever they want. Now, this lifting, where you can actually comment on pages, is quite a useful free tool for generating traffic to your business page. And we've got a guide that tells you exactly how that works if you have a look in our offers section on our website. So number 3, friend activity. By the end of September, users should see a friend activity tab on the pages that they like that shows those going to your page the likes and comments on posts, as well as any mention of the page by friends. So that's a friend activity tab that you'll notice now on the pages. The thinking here is fairly straightforward. The more personalised the page, the more interesting it is in visiting and interacting with the business or brand on that page. Status update character limit. So by increasing the status update character limit to 5,000 from 420, Facebook appears to be catering to those businesses and brands that have important long-form content to share with those who visit their page or read their updates via the newsfeed. So previously, on your status update, has actually been increased. It was only 420 characters before, and now it's been increased quite dramatically to 5,000. Per page metrics. It used to be that Facebook page administrators could only see per post engagement and impression metrics when viewing self-published items on their wall or in the newsfeed. With the addition of per-post metrics available when exporting insights via Microsoft Excel, businesses and brands can now track how they're doing in the aggregate and as part of exported insight reports. So per-post metrics is quite an interesting one. Very quickly I'll just show you what we mean by per-post metrics. So when we're talking about per-post metrics, you can see just here that it tells you for each post that you've got the number of impressions, the number of people that's actually viewed your post. So 850 there, 856 there, 1140 there. Can you see just there? That's a per post metrics, and it gives you a percentage ratio in relation to the impressions for the number of people that have commented, liked, or had that level of interaction with your post. And there's one at the bottom saying 219 metrics. So it's a very, very useful metric to see which posts actually resonate with your audience. Because obviously you want to be delivering valuable and useful content and very relevant content. So that's per post metrics. So Sound of Music, the last item in this article says, Facebook has launched a music dashboard that enables tune-oriented users to discover quickly what their closest friends are listening to, as well as the most listened to albums and top singles. That means multitudes of music listeners will now pirouette to Facebook for their tunes, meaning more people will use Facebook more often, and that in turn could boost traffic to your page. So how do you think Facebook's facelift will affect your business? So that's an interesting article from the Daily Dose on the Entrepreneur website. So these are quite interesting points. So if you want to share any of your views and thoughts on any of these matters, just simply make a comment below. And if you want to find out about how you can utilise this comments on pages aspect to help build you up a growing list of followers on your business page, on your fan page, go to fbinsidersclub.com, go to our offers page, and there's a guide that you can download there that tells you exactly how you do it step by step, and how you can build a growing list of at least 500 fans a week using completely free techniques that only take a few minutes of your time. Okay, so this is Darren from FB Insiders Club. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon.